Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at a few bands that have been inspired by Korn. Now, anybody who's been into metal for some time or who knows of the genre has definitely heard of Korn and can name you a few songs. Now, for over a quarter of a century, Korn have been one of heavy metal's most influential bands. Their groundbreaking meld of downtuned 7-string guitars, hip-hop heavy beats and lyrics that revealed bleak, personal demons not only ushered in the new metal era but also turned them into superstars. It has inspired at least 2 generations of musicians from a variety of genres. But in this video we'll just focus on a few metal bands that have been influenced by them. So Mind Blown was Max Cavalera by Korn's 1994 debut album that he got in contact with his producer, Ross Robinson, to see if he could repeat the trick for Sepultura's 1996 album, Roots. Not only that, but Max got Korn's Jonathan Davis to lend his incredible vocals to the song Look Away and drummer David Silveria to add percussion to Rattle My Hat Out as well. I can't suggest that Sepultura wouldn't be here without Korn, but when Max left Sepultura soon after and created Soulfly, he basically spent his first few albums repeating the tricks that he learned from the Roots years, which in hindsight was Soulfly's most commercially successful period, and it ended up working for them pretty well. Yes, it's well known that Slipknot have commercially overtaken Korn at this point in time. Yes, they definitely influenced just as much as from extreme metal, and yes, they really were a new metal band just for one album. But there is no way their success could have come if Korn hadn't kicked the door open for them first. In the years prior to Slipknot, Korn had managed to popularize themes such as savagery, nihilism, hatred, pain, as well as concrete heavy gut punch riffs. Slipknot might have pumped that sound full of steroids, but ultimately they were still working from a foundation formed a couple of years earlier. They may have originally been inspired by classic death metal and modern hardcore to begin with, but Suicide Silence branched out further in 2011 for their third album, The Black Crown. Given that they grew up when new metal was at its peak, we really should have been shocked that the band added groove-laden and boom and burst dynamics of classic Korn songs such as OCD and You Only Live Once. It's not like they tried to be discreet with it either, even bringing in Jonathan Davis into the studio to croon his way through Witness the Addiction. They sealed the deal by covering Blind on their digital live album, Live and Mental. At this point, during the last few years, new metal ceased to be a source of embarrassment and ridicule. In the last few years as well, the influence of new metal has all but ceased to be considered embarrassing for the current generation of bands. The love from the aforementioned Suicide Silence is one thing, but for the last 5 years or so, has seen the likes of Cane Hill, Bane, Ocean Grove drop albums that have taken the glory days of new metal and the primary sold in some instances starting point for their sound. Now, the hottest ticket in this respect is a band that can describe its sound as newcore, and that is Pennsylvania quartet Tallah, and their debut album Metrofagi, I hope I said that right, brilliant and genuinely refreshing reworking of that 90s sound. The band themselves wear their love of Korn openly on their sleeve, with even the album's cover of Bloodstained Toy Rabbit disturbingly reminiscent of the Bakersfield Legends' early sleeves. So there you have it guys, some bands that were influenced by Korn. Let me know in the comments down below if you can think of any more that were also influenced by them. Other than that, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.